My name is Timothy Grubiniuk, and I made a commitment, a promise to myself last night to get on a path of introducing my why, as well as simply laying down the foundation for what is driving me and the principles that I have adopted and that will be tested during the project. One thing that's driving me to do this is hopefully to benefit others who are on a similar path, but more importantly, I'd like to use this opportunity to organize my own train of thought and organize my reasons, my axioms, and the spiritual principles that I am looking forward to investigating during this epic experience that we're all embarking on. So, first of all, I'd like to introduce this read called Bhagavad Gita that I've brought up a couple times in my conversations with others. I feel like it's a good place to start an introduction to what brought me here and what guides me going forward, as well as it has a lot of useful themes and insight into the perspective that is ultimately accurate, in my opinion. Whether or not the details resonate with you, the heart, the soul of this scripture points to setting your aim on the highest goal. A lot of the time we settle for what interests us, and it is rare that what actually interests us is the highest aim we can set. But if we were to trace our trajectory into eternity, if we were to start here and trace our trajectory into eternity, the only way that we can follow that trajectory into eternity is if we aim at that highest goal. It is only the highest goal, the most honorable aim, that leads us to eternity. So I'd like to start with reading chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita. To set the scene, this is a conversation. The whole entire book is a conversation between Arjuna, who is a mighty warrior that just so happens to have his charioteer be Sri Krishna, Krishna himself, right? And they are embarking on a war. This war is between two families. So the people that are going to war are kinsmen, they're friends, they're teachers, they're instructors, they know each other, they grew up together, they're two different families, but one is guided by selfish desires and has a great mighty army, and going against the other, as we'll see. So the great army is by the family of Pandavas, and its head is Bhishma, whereas the other smaller family, their leader is Bhima. And the story itself begins with a king asking his seer to tell me what actually happened on the field of fate, the field of Dharma. Chapter 1, The War Within. Dhritarashtra, that's the king. O Sanjaya, Sanjaya is the seer, tell me what happened at Kurukshetra, the field of Dharma, or fate, where my family and the Pandavas gathered to fight. Sanjaya, the seer. Having surveyed the forces of Pandavas arrayed for battle, Prince Duryodhana approached his teacher Drona and spoke. O my teacher, look at this mighty army of the Pandavas assembled by your own gifted disciple, the heroic warriors and the great archers who are the equals to Bhima and Arjuna. There are many others too, heroes giving up their lives for my sake, all proficient in war and armed with a variety of weapons. Our army is unlimited and commanded by Bhishma. There is a small and commanded by Bhima. Let everyone take his proper place and stand firm, supporting Bhishma. Then the powerful Bhishma, the grandsire, oldest of all the Kurus, in order to cheer Duryodhana, roared like a lion and blew his conch horn. And after Bhishma, a tremendous noise rose of conchs and cow horns and pounding of drums, getting ready for war. Then Sri Krishna and Arjuna, who were standing in a mighty chariot yoked with white horses, blew their divine conchs. Sri Krishna blew, Arjuna, the mighty Bhishma blew, and everybody else joined in. The noise tore through the hearts of Duryodhana's army. Indeed, the sound was tumultuous, echoing through the heaven and earth. Then, having seen the forces set in their place and the fighting about to begin, Arjuna spoke these words to Sri Krishna. Arjuna, O Krishna, drive my chariot between the two armies. I want to see those who desire to fight with me. With whom will this battle be fought? I want to see those assembled to fight for Duryodhana, those who seek to please their evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra by engaging in war. Thus Arjuna spoke, and Sri Krishna, driving a splendid chariot between the two armies, facing Bhishma and Drona and all the kings of the earth, said, Arjuna, behold, all the Kurus gathered together. And Arjuna, standing between the two armies, saw fathers and grandfathers, teachers, uncles and brothers, sons and grandsons, in-laws and friends, seeing his kinsmen established in opposition. Arjuna was overcome by sorrow. Despairing, he spoke these words. Arjuna, O Krishna, I see my own relations are here anxious to fight, and my limbs grow weak, my mouth is dry, and my body shakes. My hair is standing on the end. My skin burns, and the bow, Gandiva, has slipped from my hand. I am unable to stand. My mind seems to be whirling. The signs abode evil for us. These signs bode evil for us. I do not see any good can come. I do not see that any good can come from killing our relations in battle. O Krishna, I have no desire for victory, or for a kingdom, or pleasures. Of what use is the kingdom or pleasures, or even life, if those for whose sake we desire these things, teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, uncles, in-laws, grandsons, and other family ties, are engaged in this battle, renouncing their wealth and their lives? Even if they were to kill me, I would not want to kill them, not even to become ruler of the 3 worlds, how much less for the earth alone. O Krishna, what satisfaction could we find in killing Dhritarashtra's sons? We would become sinners by slaying these men, even though they are evil. The sons of Dhritarashtra are related to us, therefore we should not kill them. How can we gain happiness by killing members of our own family? Though they are overpowered by greed and see no evil in destroying families or injuring friends, we see these as evils. Why shouldn't we turn away from this sin? When a family declines, ancient traditions are destroyed. With them are lost spiritual foundations for life. When the family declines, ancient traditions are destroyed. With them are lost the spiritual foundations for life, and the family loses its sense of unity. When there is no sense of unity, the women of the family become corrupt, and with the corruption of its woman, society is plunged into chaos. Social chaos is hell for the family and for those who have destroyed the family as well. It disrupts the process of spiritual evolution begun by our ancestors. The timeless spiritual foundations of family and society would be destroyed by these terrible deeds, which violate the unity of life. He kind of went into breaking it down right there. It is said those whose family dharma has been destroyed dwell in hell. Dharma is like the cosmic law, or sometimes it's like fate, that it's the law that governs things. It is said that those whose family rules, law, fate has been destroyed dwell in hell. This is a great sin. We are prepared to kill our own relations out of greed for the pleasures of a kingdom. Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, were to attack me in battle and kill me unarmed and unresisting. Sanjaya the seer. Overwhelmed by sorrow, Arjuna spoke these words, and casting away his bow and his arrows, he sat down in his chariot in the middle of the battlefield. So here's the picture. A war is about to begin, and you have 2 sides, 2 families. Right before the war starts, Arjuna, the great warrior, with his bow, and a charioteer, Sri Krishna, goes in between 2 armies to take a look at what's about to go down. And he is heartbroken and confused and doesn't know what to do. So he's asking his charioteer Sri Krishna, what is the point of all this? I don't want to do this. This doesn't seem right. What's the point? And in the next chapter, chapter 2, called Self-Realization, we will see what Krishna has to say. Chapter 2 is the longest chapter in the whole book, so I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. I'm looking forward to sharing this text with you guys because it's very dear and close to my heart. I'm not going to take any more of the time. I commit to doing this until we head out for the project. And I will also organize my thoughts about my why and put it out there.